If you're looking for some new Halloween horror games, look no further. I've got 10 of the top best horror games that have been released this month or will be releasing just in time to play for Halloween. Everything from laid back and chill to scare your pants off, and please, for the love of God, leave the light on. Here are my top 10 new best horror games to make your Halloween festivities even more spooky. Starting with number 10 on the list, a very casual pixelated horror game, Camp Sunshine. Camp Sunshine is a 16-bit blood-soaked horror RPG that pits you against Jez, who's dropped off at a summer camp. He awakes in the middle of the night to discover blood everywhere. A rampaging killer on the loose dressed in a mascot costume and himself involved in a deadly game of cat and mouse. Even though this game is really short, its reviews are super positive, and everyone is loving the storyline. If you'd like to brave this cute pixelated horror game, you can get it on every console. Number 9 on the list of horrors is another cute little twisted game called Amanda the Adventurer. Join Amanda and her pal Wooly on a series of adventures as they explore and learn about our wonderful world that somehow feels uber freaky. With several new play along, laugh along, learn along episodes, just make sure to do everything Amanda says or she might get angry. This dark, first-person old-school horror game has overwhelmingly positive reviews, calling it twisted, dark Dora the Explorer escape room. Vibes are definitely on point for the spooky season. Before you buy, if you would like to check it out, you can download the demo on Steam right now. You can find Amanda the Adventurer now on every console. Bringing us to number 8 on our spooky Halloween horror list, Voidrot. Voidrot is a fast-paced action platformer with tight traversal, varied abilities, and formidable boss battles. Find and equip powerful artifacts to customize your playstyle. Excavate into the rubble of the Grey City to construct a shrine filled with loyal followers. This retro 2D Metroidvania gives me a whole lot of Hollow Knight vibes, mixed in with some heavy late 90s grunge side-scrollers. There are little reviews on this game, but so far everyone is really liking it. It's story-rich, and the vibrant colors mixed in with the dark atmosphere seem to just pull you into the underground universe. If you would like to check this game out before you buy, Steam has a free demo to try it out. You can find Voidrot on PC and Nintendo Switch. Number 7 on our list will be coming to you on PC Early Access just in time for spooky season. No More Room in Hell 2. This game is an intense and terrifying permadeath co-op journey into the eerie darkness of zombie-infested zones. As an emergency responder, you must survive, scavenge, stockpile, and fulfill your mission. Then repeat, each time in an ever-changing experience. Up to 8 co-op players spawn across one huge map, deploying their wits and deadly reflexes to unite and survive against the unstoppable forces of the undead. Players must communicate and strategize to survive, with danger lurking in every shadow. Carve your path through the horde with combat or cunning and skill. This first-person zombie survival game will be coming to you on PC Early Access on Tuesday the 22nd with online co-op. The perfect way to spend some of the spooky season with your friends. Number 6 on our list may not scare the pants off of you, but it won't leave you feeling safe in the dark either. Fear of the Spotlight is an atmospheric third-person horror adventure with a disturbing mystery to unravel. Sneak into school after hours with Vivian and Amy, survive a seance gone wrong, solve tactical puzzles, and whatever you do, stay out of the spotlight. Sunnyside High has a dark history. When Vivian enters the deserted corridors for a seance with the rebellious Amy, she suddenly ends up alone and at the mercy of a monster who wanders the halls. Vivian must avoid its gaze, find her friend, and uncover the disturbing, murderous truth of a decade-old tragedy. Fear of the Spotlight is a creepy love letter to the classic 90s horror experiences, with a focus of rich storytelling, puzzle solving, and tense atmosphere. This is a perfect narrative horror game for those who love the genre. Fear the Spotlight has some very positive reviews right now. Even though the game is a little short, the atmosphere and the final boss are a highlight to this survival indie game, calling it a beautifully crafted horror adventure with a great story and fantastic voiceovers. Fear the Spotlight will be releasing just in time for spooky season as well, on Tuesday the 22nd, only on PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox One. Next up, we have another retro side-scroller that will be making its way on Halloween. Number 5, Clock Tower Rewind. Turn back the clock for one of the pioneers of the survival horror genre. Translated and released outside of Japan for the very first time, Clock Tower Rewind is a revival of the terror-inducing 16-bit classic that dares you to explore the haunting confines of the Barrows family manor. As a teenage orphan, Jennifer, you must search every disturbing corner to find items, reveal secrets, and discover ways to evade Scissorman, a murderous, unstoppable, shears-wielding psychopath. Play original mode to experience Clock Tower as it was when it initially released in 1995, or play rewind mode with extra content and improvements. Additional features include a new animated intro, opening and ending vocal theme songs, motion comics, creator interview, art gallery, border artwork, save states, and a music player. This highly anticipated game has everything you need for a spooky retro Halloween. The ability to go back in time and play the 95 version is the highlight of this game. Clock Tower Rewind will be making its way on Halloween to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch. The Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC release will be sometime closer to the end of the year. Getting into the spookier side of Halloween, a game that's been on PC Early Access since 2020 and is now making its way to console. Phasmophobia is a 4-player online co-op psychological horror game. You and your team of paranormal investigators will enter haunted locations filled with paranormal activity and try to gather as much evidence as you can. Use your ghost hunting equipment to find and record evidence to sell onto a ghost removal team. Phasmophobia has some overwhelmingly positive reviews. It is an excellent game to play with your friends, and the promise to scare and put you in unpredictable encounters is at an all-time high. Users say it isn't a game that becomes stale. Phasmophobia was released on PC Early Access and will be released the day before Halloween on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PlayStation VR 2. It's exciting to see this game make its way to VR. Immersing yourself in a spooky situation is the best way to spend your Halloween. Making our way up the spooky horror list, this game is based off of a critically acclaimed blockbuster that had us on the edge of our seat, A Quiet Place. In this exclusive spinoff, experience the journey of a young woman who must endure a treacherous apocalypse in the midst of interpersonal family conflicts, all while coming to terms with her own inner fears. Experience absolute terror as you strive for silence when hiding from and sneaking by horrific creatures who hunt using only sound. Embark on a dramatic adventure as a young survivor trying to navigate the new, eerily tranquil post-apocalyptic landscape. Discover your own path through the world by observing your environment and leveraging the tools in your surroundings. A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead features an optional microphone noise detection setting where creatures will react to the sounds that you make through a connected microphone or headset. This game has some very good reviews, calling it intense and very different from other horror games that are out today. Not only are you put in challenging situations, but the captivating story behind this game draws you in deeply. Good news! You can play this fantastic horror game right now on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Bringing us to the second to last horror game on our spooky Halloween horror list, a game that is sure to scare the pants off of you and give you the chills, Until Dawn. For those of you who played it on PlayStation 4, you're gonna want to check out the upgrades to this game. It makes it even more immersive than it was before. When 8 friends become trapped on a remote mountain getaway gone wrong, things quickly turn sinister and they start to suspect they aren't alone. Gripped by fear and with tensions in the group running high, you'll be forced to make snap decisions that could mean life or death for everyone involved. Every choice you make, even the seemingly trivial ones, will carve out your own unique story. With spine-tingling performances from a Hollywood cast, including Hayden Panettiere from Heroes in Nashville, brought to life with the power of PlayStation 4, your actions alone will decide who survives Until Dawn. Replayability with this game, due to its branching narrative, is a huge reason why I love this game. Not to mention the spooky, screwed-up storyline. Reviews for the new release have been extremely positive, and the comparison from the old game graphics to the new game graphics are overwhelmingly positive across the board. There still are a few bugs here and there, like frame drops from the original. However, they're almost non-existent and runs a heck of a lot more smoothly than it did before. The re-release for Until Dawn can be found on PC and PlayStation 5. We have arrived at our #1 spot for our spooky horror Halloween list, a game that has terrified us all and finally has been remade to scare the absolute crap out of us once again. Stand aside, Pyramid Head. It's time to make way for James and his unlucky life. Upon receiving a letter from his late wife, James embarks on a journey to a place where they once cherished countless memories, holding on to the hope of one last encounter, Silent Hill. By the serene lakeside, he stumbles upon a woman who bears an uncanny resemblance to her. She's an eerie mirror of his beloved. Prepare to immerse yourself in a psychological survivor horror masterpiece, widely acclaimed as the series' finest, now optimized for the latest hardware. With chilling visuals and spine-tingling audio, this experience will be sure to send shivers down your spine. Silent Hill 2 has overwhelmingly positive reviews, and how could it not? The graphics have gotten so much better and gameplay has been modernized while simultaneously making it less clunky. The essence of this game itself is still intact, and the creators have made sure to keep you white-knuckled through almost every scenario. Everything from graphics to sound to the voice acting itself has been enhanced to make the story and the game that much more immersive. If you're wanting to scare yourself in the dark for Halloween this year, look no further. This game is going to do the job. The classic survivor horror just released on PlayStation 5 and PC. Xbox Series X and S, you'll have to wait a little while longer. Silent Hill 2 will be coming to you October of 2025, so make sure you keep a mental note so you know what to play next year.
So many horror games to choose to play this Halloween, and so many good games at that. Whether you want a chill, laid-back time for your spooky season, or you're just kind of wanting to scare the living daylights out of yourself. Either way, you can't go wrong with any of these games. Thank you guys again for checking in with me and enjoying my top 10 best horror games that have come out or will be coming out for this spooky season.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.